Hi friends! I'm so excited for this video. I have such a huge announcement. But first, I promised a tour video of the orchard, so we're gonna do that. And then I'll mention what's going on. This is how everything is looking so far. We're gonna start off by the garden where I have my citrus trees. Actually, just lemon and lime. This is my lime tree. I have a few limes ready for harvesting. This one's been waiting for me for a while. But I wanted to show you, there's only a few. We had so many, but the frost did take a lot of them. But we're starting to bloom again and we're growing. So it's super exciting to see. My lemon tree lost all of its lemons, but we have so many blooms. It has shown major improvements just by adding the alpaca manure or the dung, whatever you want to call it, but huge difference, and it looks so much healthier. This is my pomegranate cluster. Garment sash was the first one to wake up from dormancy, and then we have Salavatsky that has a lot of beautiful colors, but soon this will turn green. As usual, just full disclosure, it's very windy out here, but please be patient with me. For my peaches, June Gold is the new one from last year. It's the first one to bloom and to wake up from dormancy. My other peach is O. Henry. This one's the last one. It doesn't have any signs of blooms yet, but I'm assuming within the next week or so. And then my nectarines, we have Fantasia. And Fantasia has a problem, I believe is a fungus, which she'll still live for a little while if I don't treat it. If it doesn't get treated, then it would only produce for a few years and then it will die. So I need to figure out how to fix that. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. She just started blooming. Isn't she a beauty? I think in the next few days it will be all pink and I can't wait for it. And then we have O. Henry, and O. Henry's starting to bloom. So we'll soon see a lot of pink. So for my apricots, it's these two trees. We have Royal Blenheim, and she's the first one. She had so many blooms, and look, we already have apricots. Oh, I love her so much. And then we have Tomcat in the back that's just starting to bloom. And for my two plums, we have late Santa Rosa, which was the first one to bloom, and then we have Emerald Butte in the back. This section is so beautiful because it turns completely white and then it's like snow on the ground. On this cluster we have 3 cherries, Lapins, Utah Giant, and Rainer in the back. These two started to wake up from dormancy, and then the Utah Giant is a little bit slower, but it looks like we've got a little bit of a bud back there. No blooms yet. We'll keep our hopes up. The last one over here is the Fuji Apple. We don't have blooms on this one, so I don't think this year we'll have apples. My star is the one to bloom first. It's my Granny Smith. And let's see if we can find some apples. I don't see any yet. These take a little bit longer than the apricots to show. My Empire apple, we've got the blooms that are happening there, and we have some growth here. And then the last apple is my Gala, which this one is new as well. She struggled a bit, I think just because this area is just more shady, but we have some growth and I think we'll have some green coming soon. For my pears, this is Barlette, and its companion on this side that's blooming is Ozu Asian pear. Beautiful white blooms. I'm so excited for my figs. This is the Tiger Panache, which doesn't have any stripes, so I'm really wondering if they sent me the wrong one. But the figs are quite delicious. I cut it back down in my winter pruning, and I believe this is a good height to start with. Then over here we have Violet de Bordeaux. And then in the back we have the brown turkey fig, which is my favorite flavor. And then it would be the Violet de Bordeaux. This one just produces a lot more and sooner, so it's really good to have all three varieties. Now over here on Citrus Lane, this is my blood orange. I lost most of its foliage and I thought the tree, or all of these trees, were gonna die. We had some frost that peeked through from the frost cloth and I really thought I lost them again. But we have all new growth, and you can see here the damage. I need to come back and cut this off. But all of this will start all over again. My Clementine Mandarin, oh my gosh, if you could count the blooms on this tree. It's full of blooms. I'm not gonna let all these mandarins stick around, but I will wait until the blooms are done because it's gonna smell so good. Same for my orange tree. It's full of blooms. I thought it was struggling. It did have some damage, but I think it's coming back. And I did add the alpaca manure, so I think that's helping a lot. These two over here are pretty sad. This is the Dancy Tangerine. I really thought out of all the trees I was gonna lose this one. But even on the bad limbs here, we have a lot of new growth. So I think I'm gonna cut back this and just let this grow. Not so sure yet, but for now we're letting it do its thing. Yeah, the grapefruit, the same thing. In the prior years, the grapefruit was the one that performed the best. Well, not this one, but it has new growth, so we have our hopes up. This is my other orange. Same thing, full of blooms, ready to take on life. And last but not least, I did have my two avocados here. Only one has some signs of growth, so we're leaving it here and see what happens. I know that's probably not a good idea, but I didn't want to take it off because it does have growth. So I'm going to give you a quick tour overall. Alright, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. But first I want to say thank you for all my new newsletter subscribers. To all my new subscribers, I truly appreciate you. You mean the world to me. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. Ah, I'm so excited. I know, this wind and a storm, but we're still gonna do this because I need it to be today. The big news is, drum roll, we're moving. I am leaving all this behind for someone else to love and care for. This garden has been a classroom for me from the very beginning. I knew that it wasn't going to be permanent. I knew that this wasn't my forever home. We had plans on moving, but not until another 4 years, just because of my girls' school schedule. My daughter Layla, she's in 9th grade, and I wanted her to finish high school where she was at, but she told us she was ready to move late last year, and my husband and I just looked at each other and we said, it's time. If she's ready, let's move now. It'll work out perfect because Avery, she's going to 6th grade switching schools anyway, so I think that would work out a little bit better. So we decided that come January, we were going to focus on fixing what we had to do in the house and getting the house ready to put it on the market. So there was a lot to do with all the normal stuff you do, and I think 3 months was the perfect amount of time to get the house ready. We actually just finished cleaning the house, and yesterday, Monday, was picture day. Picture day was a huge milestone because we had to get the whole house ready, and we have a really large home. So it took a lot of effort, a lot of stress, anxiety, but we pulled it together. We pulled it together. And then at the same time, we're also looking at properties online, and we're noticing that Texas is crazy for real estate right now. Like, houses are going off the market within the first day that they post. So we were worried that we weren't going to have enough time to really look at homes and make a decision. And I'm a firm believer of God. I'm not sure if you guys are, but either way, I think everyone should believe in something bigger than themselves. And God is it for me. And all I did was just pray. And guess what? A little over a week ago, we sat down after cleaning. I think it was the day that we were putting out the mulch. And my husband's like, hey, this house posted. And I looked at it and it seemed really, really nice. It seemed perfect. It was beautiful. But I try not to get my hopes up. And I just, we hadn't looked at anything in person. We were just looking online. And so we found this home with some land. And we went to go look at it. And we said, you know what? Let's just put in an offer and see what happens with this crazy market. You just never know. So let's not take a chance. So we sent in an offer, and not even 24 hours later, we got a contract. So we were 1 in 3 who submitted an offer, and they picked us. It blew our minds. The first house we look at, we fall in love with it. We see all the potential, all the things that I have in mind. It's just perfect for the school district. It's unrestricted, yet it's in a really nice area. It's close to the freeway. We've been so thankful every single day that this is happening, which is really crazy. Like, I still can't believe it. We have a contract. We've done inspection on it. Now we're waiting for all the other stuff to go through, and hopefully we close the end of April, maybe the first week of May. I am so excited. This is a dream come true. And now it's just time to get the house sold. So I believe Friday would be the day, Thursday or Friday, my house will go on the market. And guys, wish us luck, pray for us. Pray that this house that we have a contract on really becomes our home. I can't wait to share more details. I'm going to take you through this journey with me. And for those of you that have subscribed to my newsletter, or if you decide to subscribe, you will know all the details first than anyone else. Let me show you what is staying and what isn't. All the trees are staying. Every single fruit tree is staying. We will take our swing and the pots, but every tree is staying. The fountain is staying. The wagon is staying. My movable citrus trees, they are staying. I've gone back and forth on what to do, but honestly, if I remove them, it just leaves the garden bare, and I really don't want to do that. I want to leave them with something, and yeah, I decided to leave them here. The window baskets are staying. I decorated them just so they have some color, and those are filling in pretty good. I am taking my pots, taking those pots as well. All of the raised garden beds are filled. Some beds are empty in a sense. They just have room. This one that looks empty really isn't. It has zucchini growing. Look at the wind, just blew my cushions. I'm debating if I leave the sitting area. I'm not sure yet. I'm also debating on the middle raised beds because I truly love them. They are an investment, but I don't know what I would do with the soil. So give me some ideas. Let me know what you think. These really don't make the garden because it is full, but if you believe that I should leave them, let me know below. That's it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, for watching, for being anxious with me, and I hope that you stick around to see all that I have in store planned for the new place.